Mountain Dew. They'll figure out which dews are overrated and rave about the flavors that they love. With a ranking scale that's way too complicated, it's Mountain Dew they're connoisseurs of. They'll compare different flavors of Mountain Dew, make OGs and newbies go toe to toe. They'll tell stories about their crew and share the scores with you. They're Bob and Phil, and they are the Mountain Duo.
I'm Phil.
And I'm Bob.
And we are
the Mountain Duo. Welcome back, folks. And we have a special show for you today. Not only with our drink that we are choosing, but also with a special guest.
This is Rock. This is my son. He's joining us today to taste and rate
everything else, pretty much.
Mountain Dew, Dew SA.
Dew SA, Dew SA, Dew SA.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
So
me too, because I haven't had Dew SA in a long time, and I really like it.
To fill you guys in, Rock is 12 years old, and he's never had a Mountain Dew before.
Never
had a Mountain Dew before. This is going to be his first time on the podcast rating what he thinks about not just Mountain Dew, but Dew SA Mountain Dew.
Unless you're one of his friends and you were at that party with him a couple weeks ago and you saw him sneak a Mountain Dew. But just ignore that. This is his first Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
All right. So, Rock, how we do this, we have 6 categories, okay? Each category we rate 1 to 6, and for a total possible points of 36, okay? The categories are packaging and design, appearance of the drink, so that's the liquid that you're judging then, the taste and smell, the mouthfeel, the name, and the dewness. You might have a tough one with the dewness because you're not familiar with
exactly.
So
I read it and I was like, how am I supposed to know?
So we'll fill you in on those as we move through them. But first, we're going to judge the packaging and design. And we do have bottles and cans here, so we can take a look at that and
yes.
Should we just judge the bottles or should we incorporate everything into
finally I think initially we were going to do like the 12-pack packaging or whatever it came in, right, and all that. We don't have that, and we haven't had it for many of our deals. But yes, no, I think the neat thing for it is we do have both, because this is a summertime Dew that was not out this summer, was it?
It was not. This is
from 21 again.
From 2021.
So, yeah, I think it's a special Mountain Dew. I think we're going to try both the can and the bottle just to see if there's any difference, maybe in coloration, maybe if the taste is different.
We'll compare.
Maybe one holds on to carbonation a little bit longer than the other. We are scientists here on the podcast, and so we're going to do a scientific experiment right here for you.
Yep.
Podcast scientists, not actual scientists.
Yeah, yes, that's right.
All right. Let's take a look at the packaging and design. We reordered things for this video.
That's right.
Bob always tries to jump to packaging and design first. And so we said, let's just get it up there in the
beginning. Yeah, now I'm gonna talk to you about dewness.
All right, I'm gonna start at the top up here. 3 flavors collide. Code Red plus Whiteout plus Voltage.
I don't know where it says that. I need to look.
It's up at the top.
Oh, right at the top. Okay.
Yeah. And it's the top of the bottles as well. And that is awesome. A lot of times we talk about
what they mix.
We talk about
what we would mix it with.
Yeah, this would be good if we mixed it with this. Or
yeah.
We're curious of what things would be. Mountain Dew just went ahead and said, hey, let's mix 3 flavors together. A red one, a white one, and a blue one. And see what we come up with. So
do you think that someone was like, hey, I mixed these 3 together?
It was good.
And they made it?
Yeah, Yeah.
or what?
I bet there were some guys in a meeting sitting there drinking their favorite Mountain Dews, trying to come up. Hey, what do we do with this summer? Well, we should do something around 4th of July.
That's
Okay.
right.
What if we make a red, white, and blue one?
Yeah.
And we're like, how do we make it red, white, and blue? Let's just mix red, white, and blue.
We got red Mountain Dew, we got white Mountain Dew, and blue. Let's just mix them together.
Yeah.
So they tried it, tasted it, and let's run with it.
Big brain.
So do you think that that's what they did? Or do you think that they just took the flavoring and made it? Do you think they actually, all right, we're making over here, we're making
So like
code
did they
red, we're making whiteout
have
over
code
here.
red, whiteout, and
then they just
voltage?
dump it into a new thing and ship it? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Did they take those three and then they just pour them all together and ship it?
Or did they just take some
say, let's
coloring and this flavor and this flavor and this flavor and
ingredients,
dump it into one and see what it comes out?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know if they would just make their separate Mountain Dew and then just mix the three together, or if they make a whole new flavor and then just say that.
Yeah, what you're saying, so you don't, if you, I don't know how their factories work. I don't, and none of us do. We've never been invited to tour it. Come on, dude, bring us in. But I feel like if you change flavors, you have to wash out everything, right?
Right.
And then, or you have to have another station where you can add another new flavor in. If you're making those three already, and you only had 3 stations at that bottling plant,
just mix.
then you would just draw from those 3. You wouldn't clean it out and make a new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
You would, all right, we're going to continue making white out because we want to keep pumping that out. We want to keep putting voltage out. We want to keep making code red. But at the end of it, let's just pour into a bottle from each of those 3.
All right.
What
So
if we
here's
had
one.
those and we poured into our cup?
I have code red, and I have voltage. Was there any whiteout in my cooler?
I don't think I haven't heard you say whiteout because I would have said that's one that we need to do for sure.
I don't think I have any whiteout
But
in
wait,
there.
when we get those 3, we should just mix it. See
should.
if it tastes like.
I don't think whiteout is around
Right.
much anymore. When does it come out?
It would be a special release, I think.
Right.
Have you done the Circle K Purple Thunder already?
No.
So, all right, I'm going to say something here that this was in 2021, 4th of July, summertime. We're coming out. Okay, why can we not re-release this during the World Cup? Why was this not? Why was this not on shelves with the World Cup this year?
Or Olympics.
Olympics, winter and summer. And then those are kind of, to me, those are your natural times to,
You get a little patriotic.
re-release it and bring it out. You know, like Voodoo comes around at Halloween. Why don't every time we have some kind of major event that only happens once every 4 years, put that back out there? Because I haven't heard anyone that told me, oh, that USA was terrible. Like Baja Blast for 8 years that we were complaining about, and now we love. Dang it.
All right. Back to the packaging and design.
I like it a lot. The way it's like, USA is such a creative name and stuff, too. Because it's a USA.
You're jumping ahead, boy.
He's like me.
The name is down there.
I
at the
like where
bottom.
you are.
Yeah.
I like where you are.
All right. So I agree.
It's part in the logo, so.
I like the design. I like the red, white, and the blue. Right? We're Americans. We're proud to be Americans.
Stars and stripes.
Stars and stripes. You got stars and stripes on there. I do like how they have the light blue in there. The light blue gives it a little highlight. I think that it's a good touch there.
That's the voltage blue, right?
It is the voltage blue. I like it's simple. The stars and the stripes at those angles there kind of reminiscent of the Mountain Dew. You know, the angular shapes coming off and stuff. Here we'll get some of the can design on there. You can see the stars a little better.
It doesn't have a character,
Right.
a mascot.
I'm a fan of the mascots, and I wish
I think. What would you put, Uncle Sam on there?
Uncle Sam, dude out, Uncle Sam.
I kind of like it because it is just, well, that would be kind of neat.
Uncle Sam with some
Did you say
star-shaped sunglasses and, you know,
Yeah,
like
because a lot of the
little
characters have some sort of sunglass with a heart or a...
big chain or something on him, something just a little bit edgy. Uncle Sam. I think that.
But I also like it. To me, if you do the Uncle Sam, then it's more of a, I don't know. I think the way it is currently with just the stars and stripes, I think it's a a good thing to bring out for the World Cup and stuff like that. To
Uncle Sam on one side and a bald eagle
on the other,
holding 3 cans in his claws.
Yeah,
3 bottles.
That's right. Could do that. I don't know. I like it. I'm not going to dock it points because it's not missing that. I know I have before. I'm going with a 6 on the packaging and design.
That's what I did.
I think it is a fun package. Can you take this to Europe and put it on the shelves? Or do they immediately... Well, if you do take it to Europe, it needs to be this one, not whatever they make over there.
The watered-down version. Yeah. I gave it a 5 on packaging design just because I'm a big fan of those mascots, and I wish it had one of those. But I love how it looks as well. So
that brings us to our special. Oh no, you said 6 as well, didn't you? You already did. All right, perfect. All right, the next deal is the appearance of the drink. So that's actual color inside there, and if you can tell, it's kind of purplish.
It's like a light purple, kind of.
yeah, a little bit.
So if you mix red, white, and blue, you get a purple, right? So I think they kind of got that right. Although it would be kind of neat if they could somehow... No, you can't do that. What if you made a bottle that had 3... Remember that Slurpee? And they put the ice... that you could have the fountain drink and the Slurpee, and you had 2 straws. And you don't remember this at 7-Eleven? It was like you filled up the top and a center cone that dropped down into your cup with your Slurpee. So it was ice. So then you didn't need to put ice inside the cup of your drink.
Okay.
Because the Slurpee part kept it cold, and then you had both. What if they made a bottle? It'd be way too expensive. They'd have to mark up the price because of changing everything right here, right? They just use this same bottle, they take off the label, put a new label on it, and they can go. But what if you had it and it was mixed, and as you poured it in, the 3 flavors combined in your mouth?
Our friends over at Ball, right? We talked about Ball in a couple podcasts. Challenge, Ball. Make a way to have Do SA be 3 different things.
Compartments.
Maybe they're separated, and it's like a glow stick, right? You get it, you crack them, mix them, it combines, you drink.
Oh,
that'd be pretty cool.
In science, that's what we're learning about is like the density and how like oil can be on top of water when you pour them in.
Right.
You could make
They'll
something
separate.
like that, and like where it's just like a layer of each.
You could figure out some way to change the density of it so that they naturally separate.
Yeah, and then as you drink it, it combines in your mouth. Yeah, like Bob was saying.
I don't know. That's a little far-fetched for us,
Yeah.
probably.
I don't know if I'd be a fan of oil Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
it seems a little bit,
That's right.
Yeah,
a little bit thick to me, but
Yeah.
All right.
But no, I like that idea because that would be kind of neat. And there's scientists that make this stuff. They could probably figure out what you do to where it doesn't change the taste of it, maybe. I don't know.
before I give my rating on appearance, I want to crack open a can and
Okay.
pour it next
Yeah.
to this and just see just one can. Leave that one closed. I want to see if the can coloring
Pour it
is
so you guys
consistent
can kinda
with
see.
the bottle coloring.
I was about
behind
to
my
say.
hand.
I was about to say it looks a lot lighter, but I think it is.
Look at all the
Hold this
bubbles.
It did keep some bubbles.
There's lots of bubbles.
It seems a little bit lighter than what's in the bottle.
Yes, it does.
But we also had that same issue with the fountain of Purple Thunder.
Purple Thunder Fountain is way
the
lighter
bottle.
than what's in the bottle. All right, I poured a little bit of each of us of this can here. So, okay. Appearance of the drink, it's fairly consistent. It could be lighter because of the bubbles in there. I think it is just a little bit lighter. But I like the appearance. I'm going 6 on the
You know
appearance
how
of the
it
drink.
says, does the dew look appetizing? When you poured the can out into the drink, that looks 6 out of 6 good.
It looks very refreshing, doesn't it?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
looks amazing with the bubbles. Not as much the bottle though. I'm giving it a...
So what we figured out, some of these bottles that are a couple years old now, they've
have
lost their fizziness.
I kind of want to open a bottle and pour it in here and see if it is different.
Go for it.
Well, not yet. I'm going to taste this one.
We will open a bottle in just a minute here. So, all right. Taste and smell.
I didn't do my appearance
of the drink.
We like to jump around here.
Both these guys.
He said 6 out of 6.
I said 5.
Oh, you said when it poured it was 6 out of 6. But
yeah, but
with the
I
bottle,
think with the bottle it's a 5.
I went with a 5 as well. So I'm copying him. I do like it. The purple, it is clear, which is what Mountain Dew is, right? It's not that cloudy, solid color, and it does have the clear. And I think when you mix red, white, and blue, that's probably what you're going to get. Although, Voltage, I think, is clear. We haven't done it, but I think. Code Red is clear, but Whiteout is cloudy.
It is.
So that lends me to think that they just took the flavoring now that I'm thinking about it and mixed it into it, because I feel like that cloudiness would be more prevalent in that mix if you poured it together. I don't know.
Maybe.
So I went with a 5. Still looks amazing.
It does look good.
Trying to see here.
The ingredients, it just says Code Red, Whiteout, and Voltage.
I'm just curious to the coloring. Maybe they mixed the flavors and then they added the coloring at the end.
That's what I'm thinking they've done, because otherwise the deal. So they do make it in their own area.
Right. The only coloring on here says caramel coloring.
Doesn't look like caramel though.
It's caramel though, for both of you guys that are saying it incorrectly.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't say first.
All right.
I'm excited for the next part.
Now I
Yeah,
get to
me too.
drink.
Taste and smell. Take a smell of yours, Rocky.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, that
excited.
smells like the cherry ices to me. It smells like the cherry or blue raspberry
Well,
ice.
it does have Code Red in there.
Yep.
so what? All right, hold on. Before we start drinking,
You can't stop me now.
oh man!
I can't stop. I want to keep
all
going.
right. Code Red is cherry rush,
Rush of cherry.
rush of cherry. Voltage is a splash of raspberry.
Raspberry ginseng.
Ginseng?
Isn't it?
No. Ginseng?
Raspberry ginseng.
What is ginseng?
Some kind of plant. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I am not a.
All right, so raspberry, and what is whiteout?
Snow.
Coconut.
I know, but what are the flavors? So we got raspberry, we got cherry, and what is the other flavor that we're gonna find in there?
I don't know if whiteout does whiteout have a flavor on it. Wish I had a whiteout here.
I know,
It
me
makes
too.
it so much better.
All right. Back to where you were. You gonna look it up?
I'm gonna look it up here.
The smell, man, it just smells
It smells
fruity,
dewy.
dewy. Yeah, it smells like I'm gonna get excited when I get to taste this.
That looks like water in a Mountain Dew can.
Is it grapefruit?
It says smooth citrus flavor with smooth citrus flavored dew with other natural flavors. So citrus. Whiteout is citrus.
Raspberry
And
and cherry.
Yeah.
So citrus,
Raspberry and cherry.
which is kind of like the tropical. What the heck does citrus mean?
Can I drink?
Yeah, you can. You can. First do.
It's good. It's really good.
What does it
It's
taste like?
really good. Tastes like, I don't really know. Like,
Oh. I stand corrected. Mountain Dew Voltage charged with raspberry, citrus, and ginseng with other natural flavors. I missed the citrus on that.
Citrus. So there's 2 citruses and cherry in this, and a raspberry and ginseng.
And ginseng.
Does ginseng taste?
it tastes like, I definitely taste the raspberry in it.
Man, this needs to come out more often.
Ginseng is a root that boosts energy. Huh. We talked about in a previous podcast the idea of a Mountain Dew root beer flavor. Maybe maybe they mix it up because they can't just go straight root beer. So maybe it's a root beer ginseng Mountain Dew. Since they already have that flavor profile in one of them.
Hmm.
All right,
Taste and smell. So it tastes and smells amazing.
The smell is amazing. The taste is amazing.
Does it smell? I mean, when you taste it, you smell it first. Does it taste what you smell?
Mostly, yes. I'd say.
All right.
I'm going to give it a 6.
6 for Rock. Taste and smell. So, golly, I'm struggling because I want to rate it high because it is one of my favorite ones, but you also haven't had it in a long time, and so you are like, I think subconsciously, I want to make sure it gets a good grade because I want it to be good.
Okay.
I want it to be like inside me. I want it to be one of the better ones.
You're thinking if you rate it good, then when Mountain Dew gets a hold of these podcasts, they're going to be like,
oh, that guy's right. What have we been doing?
I think you overestimate your influence here at the Mountain Dew facilities.
So I've done a 6 and a 5, and I want to go 6 again because I think it does taste and smell amazing. It's consistent with the flavor. Do you get the cherry?
A little bit, yeah.
I do.
As you finish or in your mouth?
As I finish and in my mouth, I get the cherry.
Man. All right. I'm going with a 6. I'm going to follow.
Slow down there, boy. You're going to have to fight me for some of that. I'm going with a 6, too. This stuff is great. I don't have a single bad thing to say about it.
It's smooth on the tongue.
Smooth, refreshing. The flavor's great.
I guess it's
like the mix of flavors.
First category that we all gave it a 6.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let's move on to mouthfeel.
I think it feels good.
The taste is amazing.
Cold,
Let's see
bubbles,
how the
it's
mouth
nice.
feels. I do.
I'm opening a bottle.
Okay. I'm gonna finish this so I can get a bottle.
All right. What do you think about the white top? Is it to be more prevalent with the white out?
Yeah. I mean, the white is.
What other dews have a white lid?
I think there are. So.
All right, folks. Scientific experiment. If you can see, the bottle does not carry the carbonation.
The white lid might also be
Like the can.
a COVID thing too, because during 2021 when it was still hard to get certain things, like I got Code Red with a white lid, I got Original with a white lid. Like I would find white lids from time. Sometimes I would go to Walmart and there would be Code Red with a red lid right next to Code Red with a white lid.
That tastes way different.
Well, maybe we should have tasted both before we rated the taste.
But I think it's the carbonation. The carbonation adds to the flavor.
It does. It improves it. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a flavor enhancer.
We might have to go back and do some of those ones that we did some older bottles of and kind of do it with a can because we do have the cans.
The cans held a
We
lot
do
better.
have the cans.
We do have the cans.
See what I did there?
A lot of the Baja flavors that we did.
Yeah.
That we've done recently.
got cans
we
of
have
that.
cans of those. So
That does taste a lot different.
it does. I mean, it's not a lot different. It's still the same flavor.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
the same, but it's flat.
I
The
feel
taste, the feel on your mouth is not the same.
like no. I feel like the bubbles really enhance the flavors.
Yeah. So I don't get as strong of a raspberry
Me neither.
or cherry flavor. It's more mixed,
Okay.
maybe, or some.
It's interesting. Without the bubbles, I got more of a raspberry flavor, and less of the cherry.
I get more of like a citrus flavor, almost more lime-ish, which is weird.
Who did that? Was that you?
What? What happened?
Smells over here. I don't know. It's almost getting the bubbles going through them.
I think I have a sneaky suspicion of it. Man, this dude smells terrible. Did we not talk about this right before we went live?
Bob said, hey, if you got a fart, get it out now before it's on camera.
I don't have to.
All right. Well,
Back to mouthfeel.
okay, back to mouthfeel.
With the can, It's 5 or 6, but the bottle was not as good.
Yep.
Like, when I get the can in my mouth and the bubbles
It's still smooth.
and stuff.
The taste is not bad. It's just not as good. The mouthfeel.
This might be unfair to some of the ones that we only tried the bottles. I'm going a 6 on the mouthfeel because I feel like the ones that we tasted that were flat, it's at least as good or better than those, the flat version. And when I taste the can version, it is.
The can is
puts it
amazing.
up.
The can is a 6, but the bottle's not. The bottle's like a 4, so I'm going 5 in the middle of that.
I'm going with 6 because I think, like Phil said, we're doing an injustice to having a flat because it's not what they intended it to be.
True.
Exactly.
So 6 for mouthfeel. Is that what we're doing?
Mountain Dew. If you want anything we judged in a bottle that was old, if you want to send us some cans of those things,
Yeah, the big
we will
cans.
redo.
What are the big ones? Those 16-ounce cans?
Yeah, but a lot of things don't come in the big cans.
Well, they're Mountain Dew. They can put it in there. Or actually, send us those aluminum bottles of some of these flavors.
Cans that look like bottles.
Yeah,
Cans
the
in the shape
aluminum
of
bottle.
bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, those would be fun.
Yeah, those would be neat. Bring more of those out in the stores. People like those, I think.
Yeah. Name? Here's where
I
you.
already said this already. It's such a creative name, USA, because, Mountain Dew and stuff. And USA flavor. So, just fits.
Right, so I am going to docket some points.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Explain.
Because Dew SA doesn't tell me what flavors I'm going to drink, what I'm fixing to have.
Okay.
Now, they do put it on the top so that you know what we've mixed in here, what flavors they're going to be. But we also didn't know what flavor whiteout was.
Right.
We were a little confused on what was the flavors of voltage. We nailed Code Red.
Right.
So I'm going to knock it down a couple points, I think, just because, Dew SA, obviously with the theme, the packaging, nails it, right? Because it's USA with Dew instead of a U. But I don't think the name, what does it say underneath there? Dew united with 3 flavors. Oh, okay. I see they
like
use
how it
it
says
united.
United.
Yes,
That's pretty cool.
that okay. I want to give a bonus point to the packaging and design because I didn't see that before, and they used that united in there. That's
Right.
kind of neat. Can we give a plus
Think about
one?
this coming out in summer 2021, right? We had just gone through an election that pulled our country apart. Mountain Dew says, "Hey, we're united with 3 flavors. Dew SA." That's pretty
Right.
powerful right there.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yes. So What'd you go with the name?
I don't know. It's a 5 or 6 for me, but I don't know yet.
You want me to share what I went?
Yeah, go ahead.
I went with a 6. Right. I like the play on words, the Dew SA. I think it's great. I love that when I'm looking at the can, if you pick it up right, you got USA on there just because you're holding your finger over the Dew. Like I can see the USA, even though it's half of the W. I see the Dew. I see the USA. I like how it plays together. I like
on the shelves in the store. You recognize it's very recognizable for us for sure.
Sure. When you hear USA, you don't think anything other than United States of America. It's not like you're like, oh, is that the
I can't think of what another U word is.
University of South
America. Argentina.
Underwater secret association or something? You know, it's not. There's nothing else. You know what you're talking about with USA. So.
Yep. So I went with a 5 just because it's not what we talked about is the name consistent with the flavors. The name doesn't really tell me what the flavors are. It's kind of a mystery unless you read the stuff around it. But I do like Dew SA name. The play on the words, the way it combined it using the United underneath there. Wonderful.
And I couldn't decide between a 5 and a 6. I was just going to decide based on how you guys answered, but there was a 5 and a 6. So I just did a 5.5.
So the guest thinks he can come on and change the rules.
Right?
Okay, so
Good luck with your math when we add these up. And I'm struggling with the full numbers. You're going to have kind
He has a calculator in his head. He'll be just fine.
I'm fine.
the longest part of our podcast is me trying to add up what my total score is of the 6 categories. So, there you go. All right, now the final category that we've been toying around. Do we need to combine some of these? Do we need to take some of them off? And we both kind of said, whatever it is, we want to finish with the dewiness category, where we are telling you how dewy is it? Can you taste the dew, or is it just a piggyback off the Mountain Dew brand?
Hold on, before we get to dewiness.
Oh,
Since this is a 4th of July drink,
yeah,
why don't we quickly share a childhood 4th of July memory? Something you remember about 4th of July as a kid.
I don't know.
fireworks.
It's fireworks?
I remember we were at Lake McConaughey camping. It wasn't chilled. We were probably adults because we were driving, but and we went to 2 different stories. One, I didn't even go to the fireworks because I went to bed at like 6 o'clock. You remember that?
Uh-huh.
That was the flood night. I woke up. It was raining in my tent. I went and got the back of my blazer, slept in there, and then I wake up to Liker trying to get into my truck. So I opened the door, let him in there. He's like soaking wet. I give him a towel. He dries off. We're both laying in the back of my deal, and I like look outside, and it looked like a war zone had blown through.
A flood came through where
Yeah.
we were camping. My tent got washed away in the flood. I was sleeping on an inflatable air mattress, and I woke up because my tent was in my face, and I'm moving. I'm floating down the river on my air mattress. That's the only thing keeping me. I would have been underwater in my tent, not being able to breathe. I'm floating down the river, this floody river on my air mattress. I jumped out. I don't know. My tent was gone. My air mattress was gone. I grabbed my bag. Found it the next day, I think.
Yeah, it was terrible. My tent was still there, but it had like 3 or 4 inches of water in it. With my air mattress in there still. I just got out and laid in the back and fell asleep. I was tired. When we go camping, you stay up telling stories, talking around the campfire till 2, 3 in the morning.
Drinking Mountain Dew.
And then the sun comes up at 4 and like your tent heats up to 150 degrees. You can't sleep anymore. And so then you're up
all day long.
Oh yeah,
in the
from
hot
4
sun,
in the morning till
getting drained by
2
the sun.
2 in the morning. And I hit the wall. I hit a wall. I was like, all right, we got done eating. I was like, I'm going to go take a little nap. Come get me when we're going to the fireworks. You came and got me. Like, hey, we're about to go. I'm like, no, just go. Just come get me when you guys get back. I'll come hang out with you. And then you guys came back from the fireworks. You're like, hey, I was like, nah, I'm still good. I'm going to keep sleeping. And then I was the only one that actually stayed dry because when I moved, it was just starting to rain and it was like misting on my face coming through because I didn't have the rain deal.
Rain flag.
And we didn't have phones. Maybe we did. That had weather. I don't think we did. So we had no idea that it was coming.
I had been camping for several days before that. We had no idea.
That morning, I got up and actually went to town to go get some breakfast.
And the McDonald's was flooded.
No, the McDonald's was open, but the highway, I-80, it was like a river rolling down, and it was closed. Like there was no cars were going to go down that road. So we were stranded there.
Yeah.
Until that water went off.
I don't have any.
We couldn't get home.
Yeah.
We wanted to leave that morning. Couldn't get home for a long time.
Yeah. We had to go some back routes. We finally found some, again, this is before like GPS and phone where you could punch and find a new route or whatever. This was just guys in their cars driving through Nebraska.
We'll go north for a while and then find something
and then
that
we'll
goes
go
west.
over. Yeah. So it was a deal. So okay, that's mine. Maybe that's yours. Do you have another?
So I have one from when I was a little kid, and my cousin TJ. We went to watch fireworks at Fiddler's Green, and the fireworks are starting, and TJ, he's not like a big outgoing kid. He's got just kind of quiet. He like climbs up on this rock or something, and he's standing up, and he just at the top of his lung, he starts singing. And the whole crowd just gets quiet and turns and looks at him. And he's sitting there singing, and he's singing Happy Birthday. And he gets to the part in the song, and he says, Happy birthday, Miss Liberty. And everybody starts cheering. Everybody's cheering for him. And he's like, kind of realizes then, like, oh, all these people are looking at me. He was just moved by the the patriotism, and he just popped up there and started singing Happy Birthday to Miss Liberty. But,
that's a good story.
yeah. I thought of it because I was trying to remember how many times they've had Do SA, but I remember the Liberty Brew, which was different, but also a 4th of July drink.
I'm just thinking something here where it says United. Mm-hmm. And we talk about foods and that. And I'm thinking United, and I'm thinking David, sunflower seeds, Cedars Unite is on their packaging.
Yeah.
I think this would be a really good road trip with some sunflower seeds. I think that's a smooth, and both packaging say United, and to me that's American. I like it.
What food would you want to drink this with? Right.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs?
Yeah, 4th of July, right?
Yeah.
What do you have at 4th of July? Hot dogs, hamburgers.
Yeah.
I think it would go with anything.
I think so too. This is breakfast do, lunch do, dinner do, bedtime do.
I would not drink this with pizza.
Really?
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't feel like pizza goes with USA.
Okay. Fair enough.
You don't think USA is pizza?
No, USA is pizza, but USA is not.
I got you. Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. All right. Now we can do the dewiness.
No, there's not much left.
Yeah, give it to him. I already poured me a second splash of that can.
There is another can too.
Yeah, no, we're not.
I'm trying to use up all my Do SA.
Yeah, that's
Sorry.
right. Especially the good one. You can use this one.
Someday everybody's gonna be gone. I'm gonna have the house to myself, and I'm gonna sit there and go, I'm gonna go enjoy that Do SA
Yeah,
can.
with a hot dog.
One last Do SA can with a hot dog. Watching the
Okay.
Olympics or something.
Now we can get to do this.
Get to Dewiness, which is going to be tough for you because it's how dewy is it? Can you taste the dew, or is it just another soda piggybacking off the Mountain Dew brand?
I don't know what dew tastes like though, so I don't know like what dewy means. Like what does dewy taste like?
So I'm going to say no on that one. But if you remember, I did say that I get more citrus
Yeah.
on the flat one. And is that the Mountain Dew?
See, I get the dew. I definitely, if I drink this, somebody says, hey, taste this for me. What would you think it is?
Getting
I say,
cotton
that's
candy-ish.
some kind of Mountain Dew.
Blue raspberry candy to that.
I really taste it. Like I taste the bubbles
Yeah.
and the fizz on my tongue, and I don't know if that's the dewiness.
Okay, so what we maybe should have done is done Code Red, Whiteout, and Voltage
First.
Yeah,
We don't have whiteout.
I know. But do you taste, I'm thinking right now, do you taste the Dew in Code Red? Mm-hmm. Do you taste it in Voltage, or do you just get the ginseng? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like both of those are definitely identifiable as dew to me.
Yeah.
They're dew with flavors. And I think this one is too.
Yeah, I think so
Definitely,
too.
When I drink this, it's definitely a Mountain Dew that I'm tasting with additional flavors.
And I think it's going to be a 5 for me on the dewness, because if it were a 6, it would just have to be Mountain Dew. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rock, do you...
Concur? Or do you want to flip
I
flop it on?
don't know.
I went with a 5 as well. There is the dew. It has, I think part of it is the clear. None of the flavors are like overpowering. Like the coconut, like the colada is like just smacks you in the face. It's there, and that's what Mountain Dew is to me. It's just a good flavor that you're drinking it, and it's there, and you're like, I like this. And that's what I get when I drink this. I'm like, oh, that's a good flavor. And you get a little nuances of this and then that, and then you swallow it and it changes a little bit on your tongue. But yeah, it's Dew. And it's got Dew SA in the name. Do any of the other ones? No, none of the other ones have that, huh?
Dew in the name?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Me either.
Because they're all Mountain Dew whatever, and then this was Mountain Dew SA. Mm-hmm. How about with the 5?
I'll go with the 5 too.
Do you want to taste a Mountain Dew to see what the dewness is? Because I have one. I can just go grab one and pop it open right now.
Just a normal.
A normal, original Mountain Dew.
I'm not ruining this moment.
Yeah, I don't really want to mix it.
Not that it would ruin my moment because I like both of them, but
Right.
I have not had this in a long time. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to get
Maybe like
confused
so
with
good.
something else.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I go. You guys talk. Well,
Bob mentioned
math.
something about a top 3, and was that in this video or one of the others?
A lot of them. Baja Blast. I was like, man, is this thing threatening to get into the top 3?
Yeah, so Dew SA for me is a top 3 Mountain Dew. Let's see if my score says that when I get it added up here. Hey, calculator, add up my score.
I already did mine. 34.
Whoa.
I just see that there's 2 5s.
34,
There's 2 5s, so just minus 2.
and then 24 plus.
Well, you did subtraction. We're trying to add the scores.
He just subtracted
You
from
I just
subtracted.
subtracted from 36.
This guy here, I'm telling you
Usually.
what. You're learning that new Common Core math nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the GT math.
I'm still counting. Hold on.
He's in the gifted and talented math, and they just
Look at it differently.
every time I ask him, "What you learning?" He's just giving me a bunch of riddles and.
Oh well, he did not get my bus riddle
You stumped him with a riddle yesterday. That's true.
True.
with
Well,
the math.
because, yeah, that was us. That was good.
Yeah. I gave it a 33.
34.
32 and a half. And if that doesn't work, then 33. Rounding up, not down.
We round up.
We round up.
You can give a half score, but we're gonna round up. You got a 33.
So those are really good scores. I think Baja Blast were pretty good scores for us, both in the high 20s,
Yeah.
mid to high 20s.
Yep.
Dew was the 36, the original. This might be the second.
I think it's
This might
definitely
be
the
number
second
2.
highest that we've.
No, we haven't done
tasted
Code
so far.
Red, which is going to
Wait,
be
what was the
high.
highest?
Live Wire is probably going to be high for me.
What was original? 36?
Yeah, we didn't even
All of them
knock
were
nothing. No, it was amazing.
Dang.
So, hey, we appreciate y'all sticking around with us again. Please comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification. Follow us on all the social medias that we are a part of, which is only a couple of them right now, and because I can't run more than that. We're going to be working on some logos and some Christmas cards coming out on our social media, so get on there. Oh, shoot, this ain't going to be out before that. Go back in our
back
social
and look at what
media.
we did for Christmas.
You'll see our Christmas card. And look in the background. You're going to love it. What else do we need to tell them? Thank you, Rock, for joining us
Yeah.
on the podcast. Our first special guest?
First special guest.
Or
And
highlighted guest? How do you say that? Special guest, I guess.
Yeah.
Our first special guest of the podcast. Do you want to be part of the podcast? Do you want to be a special guest? Reach out to us. We'll figure out how to get you on a Zoom call after you send us some Mountain Dew that we can use for that podcast.
If anybody has some whiteout and wants to be a special guest,
This is your chance.
this is your chance.
We want you. Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
That's right.
See?
No, we
We
want,
want
Dew.
you and we want Dew.
Yeah, I said it.
You said it? Okay.
That's awesome. That's good. Good times. Appreciate it.
I'm Phil,
And I'm Bob,
and we are
the Mountain Duo.
Trio.
Slam It.
Boom!
Hey.